I disagree with this resolution. Conception 1. Hurting the environment to help the economy is a contradiction, as the economy and its health are reliant on environmental security. Subpoint A. Damage from environmental degradation will ultimately cost India much more than it could ever gain from development. It makes the economic development unsustainable. Or 1. In a report in The Economist titled "A Bad Climate for Development," with no author, published on September 17, 2009, it states that global warming due to economic development does far more damage to poor countries than they do to the climate. In a report in 2006 by Nicholas Stern, a British economist and academic, they calculated that a 2 degrees Celsius rise in global temperatures would cost about 1% of the world's GDP. But the World Bank, in its new World Development Report, now said that the cost to Africa will be more like 4% of GDP, and to India, 5%. Even if the environmental costs are distributed equally to every single person on Earth, developing countries would still bear 80% of the burden, because they account for 80% of the population. As it is, they bear an even greater share, but their citizens' carbon footprints are much smaller. The monetary cost is also enormous to India. According to a World Bank report from 2010, India's GDP is at $1.84 trillion. Environmental degradation here in India accounts for about $80 billion, or 5.7% of the GDP. This is all money which can be better used to solve other problems in India, such as deforestation, overfishing, and others. This is a very large loss of the GDP, much larger than other nations, even developing ones such as China, Africa, and even the United States. Subpoint B. With economic development, the rich will get richer, but the poor will lose more and more environmental security. According to an article titled "A Bad Climate for Developers" from The Economist, the same article, the poor are more vulnerable than the rich for several reasons. Flimsy housing, poor health, and inadequate health care means that natural disasters of all kinds hurt them more. When Hurricane Mitch strikes.
Time. Okay, 3-minute constructive speech by Nalin. Judges, please don't be confused. That was Arnav online. This is Nalin. And the first pair that was Abhiram, and the guy in the red sweater was Kenneth.
Resolved. Prioritizing economic development over environmental protection is in the best interest of the people of India. I strongly believe prioritizing